Oh, it's a tasty seafood delicacy that happens to be in season right now. I'm talking about the BC spot prawn, and to show us how we can make it two ways is Chef Ned Bell. Chef, thanks for being here today.
How are you? Good to see you.
All right, so it looks like shrimp, but it's a different type of shrimp.
Well, you know, shrimp and prawns, we are so fortunate in Canada to have wild shrimp and prawns in season. We're actually right in the middle of BC spot prawn season, and it's such a special prawn because it's actually only in season for about 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. And so I brought these out specially, super amazing delicacy. And we have 2 preparations today, 2 simple salads.
All right.
So the thing about spot prawns is they're very delicate.
Yeah, and we should show you, this is what they look like.
Yeah, so this is the whole prawn that's been simply steamed. You can grill them, you can bake them, you can pan fry them, you can roast them, you can deep fry them, you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a ceviche as well. But what we simply done here is steam them in the shell and then peel the shells just because they're quite delicate. And so when you steam shellfish like this in the shell, it really makes the texture spectacular.
Really,
because they're quite delicate, right? I mean,
and to steam them, I think a lot of people are, you know, we tend to overcook things. We'd rather overcook than undercook. But these don't need a lot of time, do they?
Well, you know, you bring up a great point. Part of the challenge with people cooking seafood at home is they're a little afraid of it, right? Because they don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
So seafood you have to always be really, really, really delicate with. But, you know, I think of sustainable seafood, wild Pacific seafood as the real fast food.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Because, like, truthfully, you go and have a great relationship with your fishmonger, you bring it home, and it's on the table in, like, literally minutes.
Well, I did a stir fry at home with frozen shrimp, and it took very little time to go from frozen to fully cooked.
Right.
And which brings up another point. Spot prawns, obviously, I'm guessing that the goal is to get them fresh. But are they equally tasty if you get them frozen?
Well, you know, absolutely. So, of course, because the season is so short, you want to make sure that if you're very lucky and you have a great relationship here in Toronto or anywhere across the country with a local fishmonger, you can say, hey, I heard spot prawns are in season. I really want to try them. But they actually freeze them in seawater.
Right.
And so it sort of almost brines the shrimp, gives it a bit of a texture, almost adds a little bit of saltiness to it, and they're truly spectacular.
All right, so over here, what is this? This is lettuce?
Butter lettuce, bib lettuce, a roasted tomato vinaigrette. The recipe's on the website. Super simple. A little bit of goat cheese because you want a mild cheese.
Yeah,
here, dip it in the sauce.
Totally try this.
Yeah, absolutely. See,
it's a different texture.
Delicate, right? Delicate, and unlike you know, a frozen shrimp that you would have mentioned before.
I did not expect that.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, fantastic. So as we move ahead, the salad's of course done. We have our ceviche. Now ceviche is a quick marinated seafood of some sort. So we have the raw prawns.
Yeah.
We have lime juice. We have extra virgin olive oil. We have lime zest.
Look how easy this is.
This is so simple. I mean, make a bowl of ceviche, put it in the middle of your party, some crispy wonton chips, tortilla chips. People will go crazy. Little bit of salt. I don't like cracked black pepper in a delicate seafood like this. You're a good sous chef, my friend.
This is great.
Because I want the seafood to really shine.
Okay, now, and how did you cook these prawns?
So, great question, because you're really marinating the prawns, and you want to make sure you're marinating them for no more than about 10 to 15 minutes maximum.
Okay.
Because once you marinate it, I mean, basically the acid from the lime juice is cooking it, right? So you have your bowl, you serve it in a little bit of ice. We've got some grapefruit, a little bit of avocado.
Oh, yes, I'm totally doing this at home.
Here we go.
Okay.
There you go, sir.
There we go. Stick that on there.
Stick that on there.
All right.
Try it. You're into it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Right? I'm telling you.
You know what? It is. It's so easy to make, and people think it's so hard.
But honestly, seafood is such a simple thing to do as long as you're making sure you choose you know, sustainable seafood, making sure you have that relationship with your fishmonger. Coast to coast, we have some of the best fish and seafood in the world.
Hey, listen, we have some of the best seafood right here at this table. Chef Ned Bell, thank you so much for being here. All right, find these recipes at yourmorning.ca. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to eat, but we'll be right back.